In Madhya Pradesh, the filing of nominations for assembly elections will end tomorrow. A total of 593 nominations have been filed so far for the 28th of November elections. The BJP has announced 192 candidates so far, and the Congress has released its fourth list of 29 candidates for Madhya Pradesh assembly polls, taking the total number of declared candidates to 213. The Congress announced its first list of 155 candidates on 3rd of November, in which it had renominated 46 MLAs. And a day after, it announced the second list of 16 candidates. And on Monday night, the Congress announced a third list of 13 candidates. The announcement for the remaining 17 candidates is awaited. In the current assembly, the Congress has 57 MLAs. The Congress has been out of power in Madhya Pradesh since 2003. The incumbent Bharatiya Janata Party government is seeking a fourth straight term. Single-phase polling is due in the state on 28th of November. News from Mizoram now. The Election Commission of India has set up a high-level committee headed by a Deputy Election Commissioner to hold talks with the protesters who are seeking the ouster of the Mizoram poll panel chief. In a statement, the Election Commission said that it has accepted the broad contours of the resolution passed by Mizoram's NGOs Coordination Committee that is spearheading the protest. The committee's delegation held talks with the Election Commission. The ECI set up the panel hours after the protest demanding the ouster of Mizoram Chief Electoral Officer S.B. Shashank were called off in Aizawl by the NGO Coordination Committee. The protests were called off at 1 p.m. on Wednesday after the state election officials, including the Mizoram CEO summoned by the ECI, left for New Delhi. And earlier in the day, Shashank said that he has been summoned by the Election Commission and would meet the poll panel in Delhi today. Mizoram is slated to go to polls on 28th of November to elect its new assembly. The committee has said that if Shashank comes back as the CEO, the agitation will be relaunched. The committee has called for Shashank's exit from the state assembly shortly after the Election Commission removed the state's principal secretary home. He had allegedly sought the deployment of additional central armed police forces in the state, which did not go down well with the committee. And on Monday, Chief Minister Thanhalwala had written to Prime Minister Narendra Modi stating that people have lost faith in the CEO and the only solution for the smooth conduct of the 2018 assembly elections would be his removal. And Mizoram Chief Minister Lal Thanhalwala, who is contesting from 2 seats, could not file his nomination papers in Sership. Now, this as agitators demanding the removal of the Chief Electoral Officer of the state picketed in front of the office of the returning officer. The officials said that the Chief Minister had to change his plan to file nomination in his home turf on Tuesday, considering the situation around the Deputy Commissioner's office, which also houses the office of the returning officer. The official further said that the Chief Minister was not forced by anybody to not file his documents. It was the latter's choice. The Chief Minister on Wednesday left Sership town to campaign in Champhai, South constituency, where he is also contesting. The last date for filing of nomination papers is 9th of November. And the Election Commission has asked the Odisha government to seal its border with the poll-bound Chhattisgarh. The assembly elections in Chhattisgarh will be held in 2 phases on 12th and 20th of November. The state government has also asked the authorities of 8 Odisha districts bordering Chhattisgarh to go for frisking in border areas and also keep an eye on the movement of Maoists and also people carrying liquor, cash and other materials.